right, I'm in the parking lot at Wolf's Gap in the George Washington National Forest. I'm going to go for a hike today. It's about 31 degrees, so it's cold, but not too cold. This particular hike to Big Schloss is about 4.5 miles round trip. It's an in and out trail, which means there's only one way in and one way out. The good news is that the most difficult part is the in. It's almost all uphill. On the way back, of course, it's all downhill. You just got to watch your step. There's a lot of rocks that you have to get over, and some leaves and sticks, of course. This is a fairly easy hike. A few years back, I brought all of my kids out here and we did it, and they had a good time. Today, it was too cold for them, but I'm going to go ahead and test it out. And when I get to the top, we'll get some pictures and some video. See you soon. All right, this is the start of the trailhead. It looks like it really is about 2 miles to the top. And here's where I'll start. Well, so other than the pandemic, these masks come in very handy during the cold weather. You can see the trail behind me, pretty steep. I'll show you some rocks in a few minutes. All right, so here we go, up the trail. For a good mile and a half, we'll be doing this. Climbing over all of these little rocks. Just some more examples of the very rocky terrain up this trail. Quite a bit of it. All right, that's the trail that I just walked up. It has leveled off, and it was about maybe half mile, 3/4 of a mile of basically straight up and scrambling over rocks. So it has leveled off right here. Pretty good view, but I'll continue to walk to here on this trail. In about 1/4 of a mile, there'll be a trail that will take us up another hill that will take us to the rock overlook. Stay tuned. Here's a pretty nice overlook of the valley. That's really pretty. This is probably the easiest part of the trail right through here. It's pretty flat, not too many rocks on the trail. Oh man, another view though. All right, this part of the trail is pretty flat. Still some rocks, so you gotta watch your step. But what's really nice about this area is that this part gives you an opportunity to really catch your breath. However, conversely, while catching your breath, your body temperature is decreasing, and it's, I'm sure, below 30 degrees now up here near the summit. So you kind of want to keep your pace up just to keep the heart rate up, and so you don't start to get chilled. But anyways, got a while to go. It looks like my estimate was a little bit off. So once we get to the trailhead that takes us to the rock summit, I'll get a picture of that. All right, so I just did about 1 3/4 of a mile, some uphill, some flat. And now I get to the part of the trail where it splits, and I'll show you that. All right, so Mill Mountain is another 4 miles straight ahead. I've never been that direction. Big Schloss is 1/4 mile to my right. And as you can see, it's a lot of hill. This is probably the hardest part of the hike. It's a lot of hill, a lot of rocks on the trail. You just have to watch your step. And we'll see you at the top. Okay, almost to the top. I guess I was lying about that 1/4 mile being the hardest part of the hike. I don't remember it being that easy. I think the first 3/4 of the hike is actually the hardest part. Last time I hiked up here, it was in the summer. so it was a lot warmer. So this definitely made it a lot easier being cool outside today. So we'll go across right here. All right. All right, so this other couple with their little kid just passed me. They say I have this all to myself. So here we go. All right, came across the bridge. And here's the trail that should lead to the top. And from what I remember, it's a pretty awesome view up here. Just gotta watch your step, because it's a heck of a drop right down there. Looks like I've got a little bit more to go up this way. Ooh. Some really cool rocks. All right, walking more through these crevices. Is it crevices or crevasse? I guess that's the difference if you're French or American. How do you do, sir? Do you want to cross the crevasse today? Okay. A little bit of snow up here. Definitely got to watch your step, because you do not want to go down there. You might not be found until the springtime. Wow. All right, I think this is the last big rock to climb up. And I'm at the top. Ooh. Some lower level rocks below me. Just a view of the valley, the George Washington National Forest, and the Jefferson National Forest. They merged somewhere over here. I have no idea. But looking back, that's the trail. Sun is kind of covered today. I'm gonna spend a couple minutes up here and just enjoy this view. It's pretty amazing up here. It's absolutely gorgeous up here. Cold day, very cloudy, but crisp. Nature at its best. Hopefully you enjoyed, and now you can join me on the hike down. All right, young family with their toddler behind me. They just took over the top. They have a pit bull as well. So they had a lot of gear though, with it between a dog and a toddler. Me, I just brought a pocket knife and a flashlight in the off chance that it got really dark up here. So from the parking lot to the top, about an hour and 15 minutes. Should be a lot quicker. Going back down. One more view. And down we go. All right, coming back down this trail here, there's this leveled off area. Apparently, people camp up here. Nice flat area for a tent and a fire, and some protection from the elements back here underneath these rocks in case you get some serious rain. That's pretty cool. But this would really be roughing it out here, because you don't have anything but your tent and what you bring with you. All right, on my way down, I'll just take a few video snippets. So an hour and 15 minutes, and that was at a very leisurely pace to get to the top. Plus with a number of stops to take some pictures and video. Honestly, you do this whole thing in probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. But if I was more prepared today, I would have packed a lunch, left a little bit earlier in the day, and make like a 3-hour trip out of it just to enjoy Mother Nature. But you can see the number of rocks here on the trail. You just gotta make sure you clear them because you don't want to clip them going down. All right. Lots of downhill at this point. This is pretty easy. Just really have to watch your step. But again, this is a very enjoyable hike. Not too many people out here today. I believe there were like 7 different groups of people, whether they were individually or in small groups that I passed on the way up. One of them I've already passed coming back down. 2 groups had toddlers. So again, this is not a hard hike. You just have to be patient, bring some water, and take your time when you got a small one with you because you don't want them to get tired out on you. All right, when I'm hiking, depending on the length, there are certain things you have to bring. Even on a cold day like today, gotta have water. Oh, I just dropped the other thing. This is very important too. If you've been hiking with me, always bring toilet paper. Mother Nature's awesome and all, but brown leaves suck. Other than the clothes I'm wearing, the other piece that I bring is a hanky, especially when it's cold outside. Having this face mask helps a lot, but a hanky, extra help in case your nose really starts to run. If you've ever seen the movie 127 Hours with James Franco, always bring a pocket knife. You never know when you might need it. And lastly, if you go hiking on a day like today where it's overcast, or if it's late in the day, bring a flashlight, even a small one like this. A few years back, my dad went on a hike, got dark on him, and it took them forever to come down the side of a mountain. Lots of bumps and bruises. So carry a flashlight, especially on an overcast or late in the afternoon hike. Just a few of my tips. All right, hike back down. You can see the clouds really starting to roll in here on the valley. Pretty wild stuff. And it is chilly. Let me just explain how cold it is right now. It's probably a good 25 degrees. I probably picked a good time to leave and come down the trail because it's starting to snow. It's very light. I'm not even sure you can catch it on this camera. Yeah, it's so light, but it's snowing, and I'm sure at the higher elevation they're going to get some snow. They're actually calling for snow between tomorrow and Tuesday, so being up here in the higher elevation, no surprise that we're seeing some snowflakes as I continue my downward descent, dodging rocks, avoiding slippery leaves, and any sticks that jump up and get you. Shouldn't be too much longer though before I get down to the parking lot. All right, I promised snow, and it is snowing. I don't know if this camera's picking it up. Behind me, it's coming down. But hey, for those of you that already have snow, congratulations. I've just been waiting all January. All right, my downward trek continues. See you soon. All right, I'm almost back down to the parking lot. Here is the welcome board that I didn't look at before, but pay close attention to this. Bears. Today, we did not see any bears, and that's a good thing. This concludes my hike for the day. It was wonderful. It is snowing. I don't know if the video is picking it up, but it's definitely coming down a lot harder right now. I hope the people that are still up top have shelter or the proper attire, because this could get really nasty. It is very cold, and it's coming down in snow, but it feels like it could turn to sleet at any moment. Anyways, it's been a great hike today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as well, and maybe next time I hike, you'll join me. Thank you.